Alright, let's take a look at this question. If f of x is equal to kx cubed minus 1 and f inverse of 15 is equal to 2, find k. Okay, so this is somewhat of a different type of question, but all in all, just understanding how we can determine the inverse function will kind of help us to solve this. So what I want to do is I want to find the inverse function of f of x first of all. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to let f of x equal y. So now y is equal to kx cubed minus 1. And my second step I want to do here is isolate x. Okay, so in order to find the inverse of a function f of x, you need to isolate for x and then swap x and x into f inverse of x. Okay, so if I want to isolate for x, what I want to do here is I'm going to move the 1 to the other side, so I get y. So I'm basically moving this 1 here. So y plus 1 is equal to kx cubed. Okay, then I want to solve for x, so I need to get rid of the k, so I'm going to divide by k, and whatever I do to one side of the equation, I'm going to repeat and do to the other side. You have x cubed is equal to y plus 1 over k. If you want to solve for x, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the cube root. Okay, whatever I do to one side, I'm going to repeat that to the other side. So the cube and the cube root cancel out. X is equal to the cube root of y plus 1 over k. Okay. Once I have that, what you want to do here is, in the third step, I want to swap x as f inverse of x, so this becomes the y in my inverse function, and y as x in the inverse function. So now your equation, f inverse of x, is equal to the cube root of x plus 1 over k. Okay? So this is the inverse function that we're going to be working with now. So f inverse of x is equal to the cube root of x plus 1 over k. We know that f inverse of 15 is equal to 2. If I plug in f inverse of 15 here, I basically get cube root of 15 plus 1 over k is equal to 2. Okay? Now you have a cube root here, right? If I do simplify this, I'm just going to get rid of this equal sign actually. If I do simplify this, you get cube root of 16 over k is equal to 2. And to get rid of the cube root, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cube this side. Okay, so the cube root and the cube cancel out. Whatever I do to one side, I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to do 2 cubed. So you get 16 over k is equal to 2 cubed, which is 8. Now what I want to do is isolate for k, so I'm going to multiply k to this side, cancel it from the denominator, and I do the same thing to that side. So 8k here is equal to 16. If you want to solve for k, I'm going to divide this by 8, and I'm going to do the same thing to this side, and k here is equal to 2. So that's how you can solve for k in this function.